This episode of the podcast is sponsored by David Shapiro Remax Around Atlanta Realty. David Shapiro Remax Around Atlanta Realty, best realtor in Atlanta. He knows Uptown, East Town, West Town, shoot every town. David Shapiro Remax Around Atlanta Realty for all of your Atlanta realty needs. Cash, who the hell do we have on?
Got Easy Honey. Mr. Selby Austin joined us. Check it out.
Hey, roll that motherfucking check, baby.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. It's Indiebnb. It's been a while. But Grant and I are here with Selby Austin of Easy Honey from Charleston, South Carolina. What's going on?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Of course, we're pumped to have you on. Grant put me on to y'all, and I've been jamming y'all's jams all day, so I'm excited to hear about some of the background on that. But let's get it started from the beginning. You guys are originally started in college, is that correct?
Yeah. We all went to Swanee in Tennessee and met. I don't really know exactly when we met. Probably about halfway through college. And Darby, the other co-frontman, songwriter, singer, we met drinking some trash can punch at a party, and started talking about guitars and stuff, and decided we would get together and jam a little bit. And then we heard about our drummer Charlie Holt. He was playing in another band at the time, so we had to go and kind of break him off that band and get him playing with us a little bit. And that's kind of how it all started. But so we all are not Charleston natives, but transplants.
Yeah,
like a lot of people are in this town.
So we all, when y'all started off, were y'all starting off just playing frat houses and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. I mean, we were in a very conducive environment to be playing music, and especially, I think something that was, really important for us starting was that we weren't playing all covers, and that we were able to present these like very, really unpolished ideas and originals to our peers. And honestly, whether they were good or not, we people were partying and having a good time. So that was definitely positive, reinforcement for us to keep playing music. And, once we kind of, got towards the end of our time, we had a batch of songs that we had really, worked on and felt were, strong enough to go and try to, essentially, like when we graduated, we were going to go and record essentially something to give to a bar, and we show up, okay, we don't know what city we're going to go live in. We had talked a little bit about Charleston and made that decision eventually. But, my older brother who lives in Nashville, is a musician, and he kind of mentored us in our process of, hey, you got these songs, like, polish them up, let's go and record a CD that you can hand to a bar. He's like super old school. He was talking about CDs still, you know what I mean? It's like, and that's what we did. And it turned out to be, I guess, what's technically our first album, but we graduated, went and lived in Nashville for about a week, did some pre-production, and lived in my brother's basement, got the parts together, and then went and tracked that first album in 3 days, in a place called Serenity Hill outside of Nashville and Franklin. So that was kind of our real solid formation as a group, and being like, yeah, like, we're going to take our music, to a different town, and, and really, really try to share it with the world, and try to make some noise as a group,
Yeah. How is it being a part of that Charleston group? Such a, I feel like, unknown music town that, it's starting to come around, but, we've had I don't know, 7 or 8 bands on that are just fantastic, including y'all. So
Yeah.
how is it being a part of that sort of underground community?
Yeah. So I lived here for a summer before our senior year, and I experienced a little bit of it, and I could tell something was going on. And that was my pitch to the guys too. It was like, I think something's going on here. Cool. And I didn't really, it's not like I went that summer and like met all those guys, and like, I didn't really have a full understanding of it. I also just liked the town. I thought it was kind of a place with energy and in a lot of good ways. Like it's a captivating town to live in. And no, that it's crazy to let I guess you could say, like, the older, the kind of like the real front runners, or maybe like the shovels and rope, like crew, I guess. Like, and then the eminent people that we really look up to, and look to as mentors, was that crew from really a combination of like Rock Hill and Charlotte and Columbia, and specifically Justin from Susto, and Wolfgang, and the guys from HR. And I'm not sure if Babe Club, I'm not sure where they're from. I think they're also from out of town. Maybe they're not, but that group of folks has like really paved the way. And I wasn't there for it, but my understanding of it and what they've told me, it's like, and I've just seen it grow. I mean, we've been in town for 4 years now, and it's grown a lot. Now we're seeing other bands come up, under us, and like, just getting kicked off the ground, and it's exciting for sure. I joke about it a little bit, about how, the Swanee's really close to Nashville. It's like an hour away. And when we were kind of making that decision, it's like, when you go play a bar in Nashville, every bartender there and the people working the door are better at you than guitar. They're like, everyone's amazing there. So it's like, I just kind of was thinking, like, let's, I'd rather go try to be a bigger fish in a smaller pond, but it's been cool, man. Like the scene is tight, and it's a small town for sure. And the only downside to Charleston that I've seen is just like geographically, you can't go half, like you can only go west. You can't go out in the ocean. That's really the only downside that we've seen, is like, yeah, you're taking 26 to get somewhere wherever you're going, but or 17 or whatever. But no, it's been great, man. And like I said, I mean, getting being able to look up to a lot of those bands who are doing such big things, touring the West Coast, who've toured Europe, and do that. It's truly lucky for us.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about y'all's music a little bit, and kind of what goes into y'all's writing and y'all's recording process. What is it, all in one, or are they separate?
Yeah. So Darby and I primarily are the songwriters of the group, and I think songs originate a couple different ways. I think there's usually an initial idea that that Darby and I have, and sometimes we get together and further hash out that idea, or something originates in the practice room, and it's kind of a co-write thing. And we're always, our process up into this point, meaning like, I guess, post Peach Fuzz, has always been super tight going into the studio, or what we would think would be, I mean, we want to be super tight, like, so like that, like I said about that first album we did, there's always things that change, but more or less it's like we want to roll in with the parts and know what we want to try to do. And we've really tracked, I guess, all the projects we've done, we've tracked in a similar way of a lot, a live band. And something that we worked with Wolfgang on for the Peach Fuzz project was tracking as a live band, and really trying to keep the bass tracks and get the proper take, and not doing it to a click track. We might have used a click track like on one one or two. But that first day when we walked into Wolf's, we were, I don't think we had 14 or 15 tunes, fully hashed out. We hit them all that day. And I'm pretty sure we kept everything, maybe retracked one or two, but, so that's kind of been our process, is like, write a song, maybe Darby and I take it, a good chunk of the way and really formulate that song. We play the tunes, edit, make our edits in the practice room, and then like live tested at shows, which is always interesting. And that's been part of our process too. And so, after this last project, we've been wanting to do something different and grow artistically. And it's been interesting. We've tried some different things, like going into the studio with maybe, just the idea on guitar, and we haven't played it as a full band, or we haven't tested it live. And then we tried, we've recently tried one or two that we've been playing live that are new songs. So we're definitely still, trying to hone our craft and grow as artists. But yeah, I mean, that's usually, and I think for Darby and I, usually, there's the music comes first, and maybe there's a little tagline, you find in a voice memo or something that you're saying, and you work the lyrics around, or sometimes I guess you have an idea of a song as well. But yeah, it's a fun band. It's a fun band to be a part of, and I think in an age of like a lot of artists being like solo artists, you know what I mean? Like bands, but the name's built around a solo artist. I think it's a little bit of a no, I don't want to say the word dying breed. I don't know. It's just not as popular. It seems to be at the moment, but we're super into the team aspect of it. And, I think that's something that our, the Easy Honey family really latches onto, is like how much fun we have on stage, and like really playing with each other, and that live band setting.
Yeah, I agree. You see so many, like you said, just sort of almost just solo artists that, yeah, they got a band around them. But as I was listening to y'all, it's kind of a coincidence that y'all's latest album is Peach Fuzz, and you bring that up. It kind of reminded me of the band Peach Pit. That they're sort of a band that is still a band, and y'all, to me, sort of have a similar sound. That which I don't know if you're a fan of them or not, but that is a compliment in my eyes. So,
well, thanks. Yeah, I know the guys like them a lot. I haven't dove into them, but yeah, I know they're a good band for sure.
Who are some of y'all? Let's just go with you. Who are some of your biggest influences?
Oh man, I think we all pull from the music. I think all of us pull from a lot of the music that our parents showed us when we were younger. Whether it be like Elton John or David Bowie, guys like that, artists like that. Lately, I think that I've veered from my 90. I don't know. I was born in 94, and I love 90s music and I still do. And I've recently broken a little bit away from it, but it's something I always, we're big fans of Radiohead. Radiohead, my little brother just joined the band. We love the Chili Peppers, which is also a weird thing. It's like a lot of people don't. We were talking about a couple of days ago how a lot of people don't talk about the Chili Peppers. I don't know if it's their fan base is super bro, but we really think they're an awesome group. And so I don't know, man. It's I'm trying to think of newer artists that we're super into. I know that Pine Grove was a pretty big influence of mine for a while from a songwriting perspective. I guess when they had done their big album 4 years ago. I don't know. We definitely span, some different genres, like the Pumpkins. I'm naming all 90s bands right now. It's not good.
Hey, man. You like what you like. I also appreciate when, I feel like so many artists try to act cool and name obscure artists just to be oh, you've never heard of this band. But look, the Chili Peppers, the Smashing Pumpkins, and Radiohead are that big for a reason. It's because they're amazing bands. So it's
Yeah.
not surprising that you're a fan of it. So I appreciate it.
Well, yeah. Well, thanks for saying that. Yeah, if I think of any really indie unknown, I went through a big Mac DeMarco phase. Right as he's crested in his like just as everyone was starting to listen to it, I guess I hopped on that bandwagon too. And I thought it was really awesome. And that was when I was in college when some of that Mac stuff was coming out. It was really awesome. Really, really, really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you like to listen to, man?
So, man, like my favorite band is Kings of Leon. A lot of people will be like, yeah, I'm not going to admit that. I love Kings of Leon. I love Wolf Alice.
Yeah.
St. Vincent's one of my favorite band or artists. Stuff like that.
Dude, I think Aha Handshake is like, that is just like some of the rawest, like best stuff, man. Yeah. I love that album so much. During the pandemic, we were so like living in Charleston was like, it just wasn't as locked down as other places were, but there was a time like right when it started, and there was a time we were locked down, and we kind of had our pod who we were hanging with, and my girlfriend and her roommate lived in an apartment down the street from us, and we would go over there and like we would play Milk. Milk was our song. Yeah. And we just turn it on and like just rip Milk, getting hammered, like
that's a great he wrote that song. They were living in LA, and his the lead singer Caleb Followill, the girl he was dating at the time had dumped him, and they were all like, we're going out, and he was like, I'm staying back, and they came home and he was just like crying and had written that song, and they were like, okay.
That's all. Yeah. That's so good, man. It's well, I appreciate the Kings of Leon liking, because I'm right there with you, man. It was they're a great group.
Well, let's get into our song spotlight. Tell us all about Gotta Get Back, from beginning to end.
Oh yeah. Well, cool. Well, Darby's the main songwriter on that. He definitely led the way and wrote the majority of that tune. And that song has been slamming at shows. We've been loving playing that. Like it's just a fun tune. Like, a lot of people are singing along. It's a good story. I mean, I don't want to speak for Darby, but there's definitely some references in there to some stuff we were doing at the time. I think he was writing it, but I know that one thing we were doing was we had gone to the Lemonheads came to Charleston and played at the Music Farm, and we were blown away by like Evan Dando and his band, and just like it was an awesome concert. And we didn't really know. I mean, I knew the Mrs. Robinson cover, like I knew that thing, but we really dove into the Lemonheads, and like I think there's some line in there about Evan Dando, just funnily, but we had some edibles and had a really good time that night. But the song that was a cool one. From a recording, not to nerd out too hard on the recording part of that. I know that that was one of the ones we did with Wolf and tracked it live and kept a lot of the, like all the bass tracks stayed, like the two guitars stayed, the drums and bass stayed, and Darby's vocals also stayed. So that was something really cool. That was just his live take of singing. And then we did a little bit of overdubbing, obviously, for like the backups and stuff. And that was also one of the tunes that we were, I have a little Dan Electra 12 string that we were ripping in the studio. And we started like really liking going DI into Wolf's board. And so we were sitting in there in the control room and playing that. And it was funny. We were like, I think something really great about that song is it's a simpler song, right? It's not, and I think we catch ourselves sometimes being like writing too many parts to songs, and some of the simpler songs are the best. So that was something though, like when we were recording it, we were having to go back in time to get back to like where the recording was. We were like, hold on, why did we add that part? Like that wasn't even good, so let's bring it back. You got to get back to the good. So that was a lot of fun, man. And like I said, that song's just that wasn't one of our, I mean, we were trying to pick singles, and it was definitely in the running, but a piece of advice that we got, halfway towards the end, of our of recording the album was like, no, you can't tell, like no one knows what song is going to pop off, like, and not to say that tune is like totally popped off, but for us, that's the tune that's like really carried from Peach Fuzz. So that's exciting. It's exciting when one of the singles doesn't. Obviously you want the singles to rip, but yeah, super, super fun song. And yeah, features the 12 string. A lot of fun. And yeah, I don't know what that tune's all about. Like I said, Darbs was the main writer on that one.
It'll continue to be a mystery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's I'm gonna stop talking for a minute and kick it over to Grant. Let him get some questions in here.
Yeah, dude, shut the hell up, man. Oh my God. So as somebody who has actually seen Easy Honey in concert, but a lot of our listeners have not, want to kind of help me. Obviously I had a great time. I think that was, my favorite song when y'all played that, and I was, pretty wired up, ready to go over there at Park Tavern, when y'all are opening up for old stoplight observations. But I mean, take us through somebody who's never heard of you guys, and like, hey, I got to ticket to this show. Hey, what do I got to tell my buddy? That, hey, look, this is the kind of band they are, and this is what you should expect whenever you go.
Yeah, I mean, we try to, our mission at a live show, as well as like when we record, is to make people feel something. And sometimes I think our maybe we play some of our softer songs, with a little more grit live, and really lean into that. And it's a really good push and pull, because like Darby's like, oh, I think when we write set lists, I'm like, more bangers, like we need to play like, more ripping stuff. And he's like, no, like this is about the ride for the audience. So we have a really good push and pull there. And I think it's a journey through one of our sets. And something that's really what we strive for, is to take people, I mean, I go to live music for, I don't really know how many reasons, but I know one of them is it's escape from reality, and you're all present there in this moment, right? And like coming together and uniting is this, pretty much one organism, right? Like in the Park Tavern under the tent, you're getting sweaty,
Yep.
Everyone's getting sweaty together, and they're jamming, and so like I think that's what we want to do, is we want to just, we want to make people feel, and like, and whether it's, we want to take people on that roller coaster of like, the headbanger, or the, and slow it down with still a little bit of a banger, got to get back, big time banger. And then, take them to a slower song for a second and bring it back up. But, yeah, it's fun. I mean, I don't know. Trying to think about our live show and what else. I mean, it's definitely, I wouldn't say it's super chaotic, but we like to keep a little bit of chaos and really rock. And, my older self will probably look back at what we were doing and like how much I'm tapping my foot and jumping around on stage to be like, that was so rookie. but for the time, I really, we have a good time, man. And we're playing our best when we're listening to each other and having a good time, and just trying to really feel it for making everyone else feel.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, it comes through. I mean, it definitely, like the journey and the ride definitely is something that, I felt whenever I was at your show, and I really, really enjoyed, our time getting to hang out with you for a few moments.
Thanks.
before stoplight and everything. And so, with that, I want to, transition out to, it's a weirder island of this conversation. It's going to be called Pete Peterson's Party Pack of Questions. It's 20 questions right in a row. It's going to be rapid fire. And here we go. Cake.
All right, I'm ready.
Pie. Cake or pie?
Cake or pie?
Yeah.
Oh, pie. Apple pie, always.
All right. Tea or coffee?
Hold on. Hold on a sec. My damn light turned off. Oh, coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee. Coffee for me. Tea for Darby. Coffee for Charlie. Tea for Webb.
I like it. You got a whole the whole band and what they're looking for.
Respectively.
Right. I think I know this answer to this one, but night in or night out, what do you prefer?
Oh man. We've been touring so hard. I want to say night in, but I don't know. I mean, we like going out, but I mean, lately I'm gonna say night in right now because I'm trying to have some time to play my piano and work on some tunes. So right now I'll go night in.
Okay. All right. What about would you rather be a ninja or a pirate?
Pirate for sure.
That's a Charleston answer if I've ever heard one.
You got to, man. Way more swagger.
Yeah, for sure. All right. You spend the day at the beach or the pool? What do you like better?
Beach. We're all amateur surfers. Oh well, Charlie's very good, and we're, I guess, getting better. But yeah, beach. Even though it's sandy, it's okay. I like the pool too, but yeah, got to go with the beach.
All right, he's a sandy man. All right, let's go with sunrise or sunset. What are we thinking there? You get both on the water, so
sunrise.
All right, let's go. Salad or soup?
What am I doing afterwards? What happens? Is there like an activity?
You're eating a shitload of pasta at Olive Garden. What do you eat? What do you open it up with? The gnocchi soup or the all you can eat salad?
Salad.
Salad. I like it.
Roughage.
Ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch. Get that blue cheese out of here, man.
Okay. What are you dipping in your ranch? Wings or tenders?
Wings, but I definitely want a healthy amount of celery. I don't want anyone to go cheap on the celery sticks. I feel like there's never enough and it's in decline. More celery sticks.
Wow, he's a celery stick advocate. Let's go. I like it. All right, aliens, are they real or not?
They're definitely real. They're definitely out there. Their level of involvement on Earth, can't say. It's tough to say, but I know they're out there.
Gotcha. All right, Bigfoot, is he real or she or it?
Oh man. I gotta go with no on this one, but I want to believe. I had a big phase when I was little about believing all that, watching the History Channel, but no, I gotta go with. I hedge my bets on no.
Gotcha. Okay. Waffles or pancakes? What are you choosing in the morning time?
Waffles every time. I'm a Waffle House guy.
Okay. You ever heard of circus peanuts, and do you like it?
That's funny you've asked that. No, they should be abolished from the planet, man. I have had them, and not really under my own free will, but yeah, I've had circus peanuts.
I ask that question every time because I love circus peanuts, and I want to see if there are any more psychos like me on the circus. So I guess
my god,
I guess you're not one of them.
Grant, hey, next gas station we hit, I'll try one for you. Okay, we'll all try one. Hey, you know how your taste buds change, you know?
Hey, I never liked onions before 2016, so I don't know where that came from, but hey, I like it.
Hey, we'll hit up Chili's when I'm in Atlanta next time. We'll get the blooming onion.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, love at first sight, is that real?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Red wine or white wine?
All wine. But I really prefer. I prefer red. I get a nasty hangover really anytime I drink white. So red.
Clubs or bars? Are you boots and cats in, or are you just singing at the bar, put a nice pint down?
Boots and cats. Oh man. Bars, but God, these are hard questions. I mean, I like clubs. Clubs. If we're doing it, if we're doing it and we're gonna go all in, I mean, club's a fun time. I mean, if you got the the time set aside to stay up all night, yeah. So I'll say clubs.
All right. Peaches or apples?
What kind of peaches? As the earth provides a peach.
Oh yeah, we're talking a Georgia peach, man.
Apple. Sorry.
Apple. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all good. All good. Queso or guac?
Good guac. Yeah, good guac wins for me.
It's chunky guac. I like it. All right. If you walk into a party and your jam comes on, are you more likely to do the robot or the worm?
The robot.
The robot guy. I don't know, man. I mean, you seem like a worm guy to me, but hey, look, to each their own. I think you answer how I think, but I mean, you're giving me worm vibes. You're giving me worm vibes that you've done it before. But all right, and a final question of Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. What are two bands that we might not know that we ought to check out?
Oh man.
Can be local, can be people you're buddies with.
Be not local. Or people you're buddies with.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh well. Oh, I did think of a band that I've been listening to that's not the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Big Thief. I love Big Thief. I've been super turned on to them recently. They've been around for a little while, but I recently got into them. I don't know if you guys know them. So that's my like famous band answer for that. Band who is doing things. I would say my buddy's band Arlie. I don't know if you know those cats. They're from Nashville. And I played in a high school band with the drummer his name's Adam Wacamez. But yeah, Arlie. Arlie's a good band. They got a lot of good tunes out. So, but yeah, Arlie and Big Thief. Those are my two.
I like it. Hey, you got great taste because I've seen Big Thief 3 times since they've come through Atlanta. They are freaking amazing. So,
dude, oh man, I'm jealous, man. I would die to see that, man. I would die.
Yeah. They Adrian Lenker can absolutely shred, and then their voice coming over it is haunting and it's beautiful. But
dude, have you seen Not live on YouTube? I should've like make you cry and like do the worm, I mean, it's good.
Yeah, they definitely got something good going on there. But as does Easy Honey. I mean, like, last thing for me, like, what's the new plan? I mean, you guys say you've been touring a lot. Like,
yeah,
what can we expect in the future here?
Yeah, so we finished up our longest, real leg to date this February, and been hammering the East Coast, and since then we've doing the kind of been part on the back to school tour and really ripping some college gigs, and like really the plan right now is to keep challenging ourselves artistically in the studio, and I think we'll drop a tune before our next tour in July. That's kind of our to be determined plan. But we're heading back out in July up to the Northeast, and then the fall we're headed a little more west. Kind of a Texas, Denver thing. Obviously nothing's announced right now, but that's in the works. But our goal is, with the great thing with Darby and I, being songwriters and our band just, having a lot of creative output. It's like, we want to put out an album. We're not like, we don't really have anyone to answer to right now. It's not like someone's being like, you need to wait 3 years or you need to put one out in a month. But we're writing the tunes to put an album out soon, like within the annual year. So if that happens, it happens, but we're going to keep working hard and keep playing tunes. And, I hope, I'll definitely, send you guys, as soon as we get some mixes back, and love to hear y'all's thoughts on some of the tunes, but that's the plan right now.
Awesome. Well, look, anytime you guys are here in Atlanta, I'll drag Tash's ass back out. He'll get out and come see you, and we'll be in the front row screaming. So
yeah, awesome, man. I'll definitely let you guys know. I think we'll be at Smith's in the fall, if not the summer.
Ooh, all right, let's go. That's one of my favorite spots. So we'll be there for sure. So, all right, well, Tash, I'll toss it up to you to wrap this thing up in a bow, man.
Selby, man, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and everyone that's out there, go check them out, whether it's live or just throw them on in the background while you're working. Easy Honey, take it easy.
Hey, appreciate it, guys, so much. Y'all take it easy. I'll see y'all in Atlanta.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir. All right.
All right, y'all.
Later.